If one of your goals is to find happiness, well-being and personal peace, it might be time to look at the toxic things to remove from your life. You won't be able to do all of this in one day. I've started doing many of the things on this list, especially those around the home and bad habits. Some I've added to this list because I've seen what these toxic things do to my friends and family. Some of these toxic things in life are everyday things that you may not even think might be causing you physical or mental harm. But it's time to wipe the slate clean, start fresh. In no particular order, we've listed some of the top toxic things in life that might be affecting your peace of mind. Toxic friends. There's a saying in Polish, z kim się zajdziesz, to kim się stajesz. It means that the type of person you associate with is the type of person you become, so if you're hanging around lazy people, you're bound to pick up their lazy habits. If you're with successful people all the time, chances are you'll be driven to be successful too. There are a few questions to ask yourself. Does your friend pull you up and make you a better person, or do you find yourself doing things that are destructive, uncivilized and rude the more you're around them? Do they accept mediocrity, and as a result, do you not challenge yourself to be always better? Or perhaps your friends give you bad advice when it comes to your relationships with others, your partner or family. These are people who you don't want to influence you in your life choices. It's time to unfriend those that are weighing you down. Toxic items in your home. Old musty towels, appliances that are in need of being replaced, and old carpets are just some of the things that can be harming your health. Think of all the dust, chemicals and other things that have accumulated and are around you. There are other toxic things in life that surround you everywhere. Air fresheners, toilet bowl cleaners, and other cleaning items are dangerous to your overall health. Go the minimalist and natural route by removing and replacing items with better, natural alternatives. Toxic air. One of the top toxic things in life is what gives you the power to live. The air you breathe can make you sick. Inside the home, especially in the winter time, the air can be polluted. Aside from an air purifier, there are many plant species that are amazing at purifying the air. Some of my favorites include English ivy, Gerber flowers, mother-in-law's tongue and dragon tree. Not only do they look pretty, but they're super functional. Toxic job. One of the key toxic things to remove in your life is a job. You spend 40 hours a week in your workplace or doing something that you may not like. If you're working from home, toxic jobs can lead to serious health issues, depression, anxiety, cardiovascular issues. If it's time to get out of the toxic cesspool that you call work, do it as soon as possible. You may need to take a stepping stone job to the better one, but at least you're out of the toxic job that's caused you so much stress in the first place. It's often considered one of the most toxic things in life that you can change, with a little bit of effort. Toxic former flames. Got an ex that doesn't want to seem to move on because you're too nice to say enough is enough? Time to vocalize what you're thinking, even if it hurts the other person to hear it. How can you move on to new, happy and healthy relationships if somebody is constantly distressing you? If there are kids involved, set rules and parameters and stick to them. You may need to enlist the help of family and friends for support. Toxic self-doubt. Having self-doubt all the time is a toxic way of being. If you're thinking you're not good enough, don't give up. This is toxic thinking. Instead think, if I'm not sure of something, I'll learn. Challenge yourself to be better always. Find ways to be better. Find solutions. Don't be a victim. You can do it. Toxic habits. Stress eating is my toxic habit. It's bad for my health and waistline. Identify what is killing you. Smoking, drinking, food, lack of attention to exercise, lack of attention to self-care. Making a conscious change is sometimes hard with bad habits, but once you're aware and in control, you reap the benefits. Toxic food. One of the most toxic things to remove from your life is bad food. Processed, sugar-rich foods and unhealthy snacks are the worst. If they're making up 25% of your groceries, you're doing something very wrong. Cut back on these, and keep them only as a special treat in small portion size, then step away. You can eliminate toxic things in life by just looking at what you ingest on a daily basis. Toxic daily routines. Coming home from work, eating dinner and then lazing around on the sofa are toxic routines to remove from your life. Squeeze in physical activity while watching TV, weights, stretches, movement of some sort. Start a hobby that's constructive and lets you be creative, such as artwork, crafting or woodworking. Anything. Do you like to write? Start a blog or begin writing a story, or perhaps pick up a good book. Toxic noise. There's a saying, silence is golden. There's so much noise all around us: cars, the radio, TV, phones ringing, people doing their thing. Even when we think it's quiet, there's the hum from the refrigerator that keeps intruding into our thoughts. Noise can be one of the toxic things in life that keeps you from peace. Take a moment for quiet time. Turn off the TV and music. Find a quiet room with no appliances humming. Watch the world outside. Have a cup of coffee or tea. Think about things and find solutions in silence.